You didn't heal. You just learned how to survive better.
I'm not cold, I choose tears, and peace don't need permission from me.
Let's talk about something nobody wants to admit. Some of you didn't heal. You just got better at functioning inside your pain. You got quieter, more controlled, more self-aware. But deep down, you're still reacting from the same exact wound, just dressed differently. See, survival is loud at first. It looks like chaos, crying, begging, over-explaining, trying to fix everything and everybody. But then something eventually shifts. You get tired. And instead of breaking down in front of people, you start breaking down in private. And instead of arguing, you just shut down. Instead of chasing, you detach. And the world claps for you. They say, wow, you've grown. You're so strong now. You're so unbothered. But what they don't see is you didn't become unbothered. You became exhausted. There's a big ass difference. Healing doesn't mean you stop feeling. It means that you stop abandoning yourself to keep other people comfortable. And a lot of you are still abandoning yourselves, just in a quieter way. Let's get real. You say you have boundaries now, but you're still explaining them to people who benefit from ignoring them. You say you're done tolerating disrespect, but you're still sitting in conversations that drain you. You say you love yourself, but your choices still revolve around who might leave you if you don't perform for them. That's not healing, boo. That's refined survival. That's pain with better posture. And I'm not saying that to tear you down. I'm saying that because real healing requires honesty, the kind of honesty that doesn't sound pretty, the kind that doesn't get a lot of likes, the kind that makes you sit with yourself and ask that hard question. Why am I still choosing what hurts me, just in a different form? Because the truth is, we don't just leave toxic people. We carry the patterns they trained into us. We carry the fear, the hyper-awareness, the need to read energy before it even speaks, and also the habit of shrinking so things don't escalate. So even when the person is gone, the behavior stays, and then we call it healing because it looks calmer. But calm doesn't always mean healed. Sometimes calm just means suppressed. Sometimes calm means you learned that expressing yourself wasn't safe, so now you don't. And let me tell you something. Silence can look like peace, but still be rooted in fear. Healing is not silence. Healing is expression without fear of punishment. Healing is saying what needs to be said without calculating how it will be received. Healing is choosing yourself, even when it disappoints somebody else. And that part is where most people stop, unfortunately, because that's the part that costs you something. That's the part where you might lose people. That's all facts. That's the part where you're no longer easy to deal with. You're no longer convenient. You're no longer the version of you they benefited from. And suddenly, you're too much. You've changed. You're difficult. But what they really mean is this: you're no longer controllable. And that will always threaten people who are comfortable with the old you. So now you're standing there in between who you used to be and who you're trying to become. And it feels lonely because the old version of you was accepted, even if you were suffering. And the new version of you is still being built. And that space right there, that in between, that's where real healing lives. Not in perfection, not in performance, but in that freaking discomfort and choosing differently, even when it feels unnatural. In not going back, even when it would be easier. In sitting with your feelings instead of numbing them. And let's talk about that too. What are you using to numb the pain? Because everybody has something. Scrolling, food, drugs, alcohol, overworking, overgiving, overthinking. We all have something that takes the edge off, but numbing doesn't heal. It delays. It pushes it to later, and later always comes back louder. So if you really want to heal, you have to face what you've been avoiding. You have to feel what you've been running from. You have to sit with the truth that some of the pain you're carrying is not just from what happened to you, it's from what you keep allowing. And I know that's a hard pill to swallow, but accountability is where your power is. Not blame, not shame. Accountability. Because you didn't cause what happened to you, but you do decide what continues. And I just want to say, when you stop asking, why did they do that to me? And you start asking, why did I stay? Why did I excuse it? Why did I ignore what I felt? That's not self-betrayal. That's self-awareness. And that awareness, that's what breaks the cycle. My name is HoneyB, and I do this on purpose. Keep healing.